Welcome back to a new video here at Life with the Bridges. Coming up in this week's video, we get prepared to go on a big caravan adventure at the weekend, which requires a lot of little jobs to be done. And Teddy and I take Nanny on another amazing adventure and go and search for some dragonflies. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. But for now, on with the week. If you watched our last episode, you will know that we had another failed hospital visit. We were meant to be having his synaptin test done and all booked in and prepared, and we turned up and they didn't have him in the diary and they hadn't ordered his medication to be able to do the synaptin test. So after processing it, after it all happened, the good outcome out of it was the fact that Teddy had a really positive experience in a hospital environment. So he went there, he was happy, there was no pain, and then we left. So from a long-term perspective, it's really good to have these little positive experiences in hospitals rather than them all being negative. So that is something that needs to be rebooked in the diary again. That's 2 failed attempts now, and and we are getting on with this week. We have got quite a few little jobs to do. I am about to head over to the caravan to just make sure that all our electrics are okay because we had some faults there. As on Saturday, we are heading up to the New Forest on an amazing caravan adventure and we cannot wait. But for now, time to get the caravan sorted. Well, that's going to be a problem because I need to get the car down there and there's a ginormous big tractor in the way. First problem of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Am I going to fit round there? Problem solved. Right, let's see if these electrics are working. Okay, so the issue we had last time was the fact that our right indicator was not working and the brake light was happening instead of the indicator. I'm definitely not going to fit through there. So, if the indicator isn't working, we've got another issue. Okay, that is the problem. The indicator bulb, I think. Problems.
A few minutes later.
Ha! Fixed it. It's amazing what happens when you've got a bit of dirt in the electrical plug, but that is the caravan all sorted, all organised, all fixed. Electrics are good and we are good to go on our adventure on Saturday. Now I can continue on my day. And when preparing for a week's adventure away in the caravan comes lots of jobs, like a huge amount of washing so we all have clean clothes, putting in a new prescription at the doctor's for Teddy's medication, hoovering the floors, mopping the floors, mainly because it's multicoloured because the amount of Play-Doh and paint we've been using during the week, and even a good old deep clean of the oven to make sure that we come back to a clean home when we get back. With a few more jobs done as we are heading away for a week, it is time to address my veg situation, as nobody's going to be here to water them and they need a good old makeover. And here's an update on Teddy's little swingy bee. It is doing nothing. So if you watch one of my recent videos, this is what Teddy made at forest school, which was a bee on a stick. And I put it as a little bit of a deterrent to try and stop whatever was eating my strawberries. And it turns out, I think it's a slug. And they don't mind my swingy pine cone. Or it might be some other sort of insect of some sort. How annoying. Anyway, time to address this veg. Also, I've got a cat that's taken a poo in my veg truck and dug a hole. But I think it may be time to harvest my garlic, as research says that once the first 3 or 4 leaves turn brown, they're ready. So I might pull one and see what the garlic looks like. Right, here goes, ladies and gents. I'm a bit nervous. Bear in mind I only planted little cloves. Do I pull them? Yeah, I've committed now. Here goes. Oh my goodness me. Look at that. Well, I don't know if they're done or not. I've seen bigger cloves of garlic, but I am so impressed with that. That is incredible. But this was probably one of the biggest ones. I don't want to pull them up too early if they can still keep growing. Ladies and gents, look at that. Are they formed? No, do you know what? I don't think they are. I think I might replant that, put it back, and see if it grows any more. Or maybe I've ruined it, I don't know. But that gives me a good indication of how they're doing. But I'm just worried that the bulbs inside aren't fully formed. So he's going back in. At least I know how my garlic are doing. But now it is time to cull my carrots. As I saw a video recently, and I planted all my carrots really close together. And if you pull out a few of them, it gives space for the rest of them to grow. So that is what I'm going to do. Flipping, look at that! That is insane. So they're literally
growing so close together, I'm going to pull the smaller of the two out. What is that? That's hilarious. It smells like a carrot. Right, well, let's start culling these out. These are brilliant. So I want super big carrots. So I need to make sure there's room for these carrots to grow. Maybe if I replant that, it'll keep growing. What on earth is that? Oh, these carrots are cracking me up, I tell you. Oh, I think I just pulled up a big one. And back in. Keep on growing, chap. Right, well that is some of my carrots removed. And fingers crossed they continue to grow. Look at it in here, ladies and gents. It is just green upon green upon green. And I've just done a little bit of stringing up as such on my butternut squash here. Although I've built this wigwam, I've put a string right up the middle of it so it's got some room to climb. A string on each of the butternut squash, and then I've also tied up using these clips my cucumber plants so they can trail up there and climb as well. Don't know if that's right, but thought I'd give it a go, and yeah, it's all looking incredible. Look at my one and only chili plant that was non-existent. She's a thriving. Go on, the boys. I checked in with them all, gave them a good drenching, wished them happy holidays, and that was another job done. We woke up the next morning with a spring in our step, as another adventure was on the horizon. But first, it was only right that we started with some alphabet practice.
C for cat, C cat, C cat, C cat. I is for idiot.
What about D?
Oh, D. D is for dog. D dog. D dog. D dog.
What comes after D?
E. E is for elephant. E is elephant. E is elephant. E elephant.
What's after E?
F is for flower. 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 P.
What's after F? A, B, C, D, E, F,
G.
G.
G. G is for goat. G goat. G goat. G goat.
Well done. What's after G?
H.
Here we go. You find H.
H is for horse. H horse. H horse. H horse.
Well done. It is a horse.
That was H.
Yes. Do the alphabet.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N
L, M, N, O, P. So L.
L.
Well done. L, M, N, O, P.
Yeah, it's for lion. Lion. Lion.
Well done. Okay, I'm going to give you a different task now. So after L, what letter comes after L?
A B C D E F G H I J K M N N P.
L, M,
M.
M. Okay, can you find me an M? Good boy. So you found M. Now I need you to go over to your pile of animals, aka the mess, and find me an animal that begins with the letter M. What animal begins with M? I can see one animal. It's a sea creature.
Penguin.
No, that's a P, isn't it? No. What's that called? A manta ray. So that begins with
M.
good boy.
I think one animal swims in trees.
Monkey. Good boy. That does begin with M. Super duper.
Oh, monkey. M is for monkey. M monkey. Monkey.
I'll tell you what else begins with M. Mess. Cheers, Teddy.
We love a morning started with a bit of alphabet, a bit of education to get the mind stimulated in the morning. It's always good for the little boy. But we are venturing out today, or meant to be venturing out, which is not going to let us stop us, to another little animal trail. And this is an animal trail very similar to the Hungry Caterpillar that we did the other day. It's a national trust and it's at Sissinghurst Gardens, which is about 40 minutes away, and it's a dragonfly trail, which has got lots of other bugs and animals. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, the weather is pretty grim. Which I don't usually like going out in bad weather just because it usually produces an upset child. But we're going to go with it because he needs to get out of the house, and also my mum isn't doing anything, so she's going to come with us. And yeah, so we're going to go and give it a go. And if it fails, then it fails. But if it doesn't, then we'll have a fantastic adventure. And if you're noticing my little scratch, that was the cub. He beat me when we were wrestling on the bed the other day. I was tickling him so bad and he was laughing so hard that he had to gouge his finger in the side of my face to stop me doing it. So I learned my lesson, and my son is big enough and old enough, strong enough and ugly enough that he's starting to win these fights, and I'm not okay with it. Yeah, lesson learned, and I won't be doing that again. But for now, to the Dragonfly trail. What are you doing?
Cleaning the horse because he's all dirty.
You're cleaning the horse with a power drill because he's dirty.
Yeah, because he's been in the mud and he falls over.
Oh.
That's why I'm doing it.
Oh, well, he looks sparkling clean. What a lucky horse. Oh my goodness, he's getting drilled up the bottom. Ah! If you watch one of our recent videos where Teddy took me on an adventure over the buttercup field, you will know that in Teddy's little magical mind, he was on the hunt for...
Is it for dragonflies?
And today I had done my research and found an event locally where you can actually try and spot real ones rather than pretend ones in Teddy's magical mind. So we got packed up and we arrived at the beautiful Sissinghurst Castle and Gardens. After our little human watering can sprinkled the weeds, we were off to see if we could find these dragonflies, which called this beautiful manor house and the surrounding land its home. We got our map and we were off to find the trail, which started in a rather impressive veggie garden, which both Mum and I were like kids in a candy shop. Whereas Teddy, he just wanted to play hide and seek, but we used this as an opportunity to teach him a little bit more about the fruit that was growing. Genius. Teddy Bridge!
Hello!
Bee! Wow!
Yeah!
You said that we found some strawberries.
Yeah!
Show me! Look at these! No one's eaten those ones. Our plan was to find different fruit trees and hide behind them and give Teddy clues about the fruit that was growing, and that way Teddy would learn all about the different fruit trees. But poor old Nanny had lost her bloody gooseberry tree. So Nanny's hiding by the gooseberries. Okay, let's go and see if we can find a plant with green bits of fruit on, and then Nanny will be next to them. So have a look on the trees. Oh, see, look, here we go. Here's some green fruit. And can you see Nanny?
Oh, no.
No?
Hello!
Wow, you found her. Today, Daddy's going to hide behind the raspberries. So you're looking for a prickly bush, okay? To the raspberry prickly bush I go. Is that a raspberry? I think this is a raspberry. That's a raspberry. I think I've lied to my son. They're not prickly bushes at all. Oh well, raspberry bush it is. And can you see the raspberries? With the learning all about the fruit trees done, the further we walked around this so-called dragonfly trail, the more we found out that once again there was actually no dragonflies to be seen at all. But that didn't matter, as what it did have was an abundance of animals to find and lots of new things to learn, and more to the point, some good quality time outside in the fresh air, exploring.
Woohoo!
What are they?
Some cows! I'm gonna go see the cows, Daddy.
Yeah?
Whoa, we just see some bees homes!
You just saw some bees' homes?
What are they called?
Homes!
Hives.
Hives!
Wow! Teddy topping up his new knowledge and also his obligatory daily animal fix, we carried on exploring this beautiful National Trust, which consisted of exploring some of the historical buildings, teaching Nanny how to jump over his imaginary lily pad, squashing the molehills, and even some time to feed the ducks with Nanny's very healthy duck food, leftover peas and sweet corn. What lucky ducks. Okay, take a handful. And here come the ducks. Quick, quick, quick.
Oh, look at the baby!
Throw it, Ted. With the ducks now topped up with their Michelin star lunch, we then found a little dragon's den for Teddy to play in. But obviously we couldn't go through the gate, we had to climb it. Of course we do.
Good boy.
Look, Ted, there's a dragon. Now, although we hadn't seen or found any dragonflies on this trail, Teddy was just so content being out exploring with us.
I wonder what people get from.
Oh, Teddy, it's a wobbly bridge!
Whoa! Whoa!
Yep. He then made it his personal mission to walk in every bit of sheep poo there was, simply being the little boy he is, to the point where I think all the sheep were quite disturbed by his actions.
That's what I can smell.
What, sheep poo?
Yeah.
Funny that, you just trod on it all, and now it's right by my nose, mate.
Where?
It's on the bottom of your shoe, and you're saying that you can smell sheep poo. And funny enough, so can I.
Hello, sheep.
For those who have been following our journey for a while now, you'll know how much of a staple part of our journey my mum has been for both Teddy and Katie and I. And throughout all of my life, she's been my rock, my person to turn to, and my mentor in life. And to be able to share these moments with my son and watch her continue to nourish and unconditionally support my boy and us as a family is truly unexplainable to how grateful we are for this incredible human. The time she spent with me over the years making me feel loved, safe, educated and looked after has given me the uncontrollable hunger to apply those same attributes with my boy, and I will always, I repeat always, look up to my mum and continue to be inspired to be even half the parent that she is. And if I can do that, then I'll be content, as parenting is hard at times, but this wonderful lady does parenting and grandparenting to exceptional heights and is a complete natural. Teddy, Katie and I, and all of the family that surrounds you are not only lucky enough to have you in our life, but we have the greatest privilege of all time, and that's the ability to call you Mum and Nanny, and we love and appreciate everything about you, even the small things like how you prioritise my son over the buggy. You really are faultless. So once again to you, Mum, thank you for being you. That's a perfect time to end that video there. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, a huge thank you to our Life with the British family members, and remember, live for today, as tomorrow is never promised. We'll catch you in the next one, chaps, as our new adventure to the New Forest is just around the corner.